I think the defining moment as far as getting started in this whole wine thing, I took a trip up to Ridge Vineyards in Cupertino, and I tasted a Zinfandel up there that was just almost otherworldly to me at the time. I actually started making wine in 1975 as a hobby. Nobody would sell me any grapes. There was a shortage of them. I went all over Sonoma County. Fine old Italian gentleman in the town of Kenwood said, sure, I'll get you some grapes. And they were great. And I made that wine, that Zinfandel, for a long time. Nebbiolo is a much more difficult grape to grow and a much more difficult wine to make. It fascinates me, and I like the challenge of it. And I think it's really like most of the grapes in California that have turned out to be a success. If you go back and look at Pinot Noir in the 70s and 80s in California, it was considered a disaster. There were very, very few successes. And yet, look at that grape today. You can't apply the same techniques to Nebbiolo that you can apply to Cabernet Sauvignon or Merlot or Zinfandel or any of those. It has its own unique requirements. I like to try to get everything that the vineyard will give us and into the wine. I think that's the challenge. The challenge is not to use every product there is to enhance the wine. It's not to get the grape as ripe as you can possibly get it, but it is to guide the wine through what nature gives you and give you the product that's going to be satisfying to you. The vineyard is located at 2,400 feet above sea level, and this is actually higher than it is in Italy. While you feel the warm air come up the valley all during the day, as soon as the sun set, everything is dead calm. When the sun actually goes down, then you can feel that cold eastern air coming off of the Sierra Nevada mountains coming down as it tries to make its way down to the river. The wine that we'd like to taste and feature today is the 2009 Due Vigne Nebbiolo. And we've just released this wine. It is a wine that continuously evolves. I love making this wine because it never stays the same. It's absolutely my favorite holiday wine of any wine that we make or that I like to drink, because if it's a typical Italian fest that's going to go for 2 to 3 hours, then I know that I can pour this glass, serve my guests, have conversation, come back to that glass, and it'll be just as good as it was, but even more evolved and more beautiful than it was when I first tasted it. Cellar Angels is a great organization for us to be able to give back to the community. We love being involved in community spirit. We love being involved in community giving. And this is just a small opportunity for us to be able to do that.